Welcome to the Weekly Woo, everyone. If you watched the live Q&A that was posted over the weekend, then you know that we are in this configuration between Mars and Uranus, and it's a tense conversation these two planetary archetypal energies are having, and it's being reflected here on Earth, right? We are influenced by everything because everything is a vibration and we are fields of energy. These fields of energy are constantly in relationship to each other, from the person who's next to you to the chair you're sitting in to the celestial bodies. So we're seeing this Mars-Uranus dynamic play out in our personal lives and of course on the public stage. Today is Sunday. This is when the Weekly Woo comes out, and this is when this aspect is exact. So a little cheat sheet on astrology: when we're having Mars aspects, it's actually toughest leading up to that exact point when the degrees are exact. With Mars, it's like a bubble bursts and the energy starts receding or calming down. But this week coming up, I'm not so sure how calm it could possibly get, because what we're experiencing, as we see it in the outside world, sure, but this is an internal dialogue as well. And that's the most important part of this. This dynamic is asking us to unflinchingly look inside of ourselves and to unearth, expose how we truly feel, what we truly want. And I think a lot of us have been conditioned to want certain things, that maybe this week is a week where you figure out that those things aren't what you really wanted. It was something that was inherited. We have some aspects in the sky this week that really point to questioning what is inherited and what is choice. We're in a free will universe. So it is about releasing conditioning and inherited traits if they are impeding your ability to find that higher vibrational state where you have access to joy, to happiness, to abundance, to unlimited creativity. This week, we have an opportunity to really look at that, especially where we feel heat within. Those vibrations of discomfort and frustration and agitation, they're signals letting us know that there's some kind of optic we're using that is no longer aligned with that purity within self that wants to come out. So it's important for all of us, as I keep going on and on and on about, to be able to step out of the illusion that we have to do everything in a rush and that we have to do everything right now. Because if you get caught up in that stream, that river of urgency, you inevitably are going to be reactive. And that's sort of the low vibration of what's going on with the cosmic weather this week. Being reactive and making choices that you're later going to regret, saying things you're later going to regret, making choices that you're actually not fully aligned with, making choices that the person 10 years, who you were 10 years ago would make, but not for who you want to be. There is this push to ask the question, who do I want to be? And even further, how do I want to leave this place that I arrived into? There is so much division in, especially, I'm an American, so I'm in America. It just goes down to even like micro division. It fractalizes. And when we have that level of friction in the outside world, it's our responsibility to go within and address that friction within. It's really difficult to do if you're not incorporating silence into your day. I know I go on and on about it, but there is no other remedy to this. Because as you know, if you have you been watching me for any length of time, at the beginning of the spring, I talked about how getting to know your body as messenger and your feelings and the sensations you have when interacting with people, when watching something on your phone, when eating something, hearing something, your body is constantly giving you messages as to which direction you should go or not, as to where you should lean and where you should back off. And if you're inundated in this river of overstimulation and go, 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 and it has to be done right now, the body becomes a messenger that's ignored. So then the messages have to get louder and louder, which results in illnesses or accidents. This week really shows us where we're doing that. So everything I'm saying right now, you'll actually see in your life this week, and you'll be able to go, oh, okay, this is where I'm ignoring the messenger, and you can catch it. So I hope this resonates with you guys. I'm actually going to go over to Patreon right now and do a much deeper dive because we also have some really cool aspects going on. We have a Venus conjunct the Sun, which is a really interesting alignment for art and creativity, specifically because it's in the sign of Gemini, and how we communicate. And you know, so many of us are, our main sources of communication are the phone, our Instagram, our, you know, the social media. It's a really great week to start curating what you're putting out into the world in a more artistic way, to really activate the inner artist. And if that's lying dormant within you, I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to wake that part of yourself up. We're also going to go into a technique that I'll be getting more into as these weeks go on through this very chaotic summer. But we're going to be using salt to alleviate some of the stress that the body is experiencing. You know, we are in solar maximum, and the solar activity really affects our nervous system. It affects our sleep, and it can be bringing memories up to be cleared. It can be bringing trauma up to be cleared. And so there are some physical things that you can do to allow that to be a smoother, more comfortable process. And I'm going to be getting into that on patreon.com/thegoodwoo. Thank you all so much for viewing. If you're watching on Instagram, we have a subscribers section. They get a Monday motivation post, a Wednesday wisdom post, and a live Q&A every Friday. Actually, this Friday, that Q&A was live for everyone, and it's on the feed. So I hope you guys will watch that. It's sort of companion to what I'm saying here. If you're interested in private sessions, there is a wait list. I look to have some openings at the end of July. To be put on that list, email me at info@thegoodwoo.org. Thanks so much, everyone.